Hey, sixth grade, it's Mrs. Sherwood again. Here's your session 13 for your informational text. So let's go ahead and get through this. Yesterday, you practiced finding tricky things in your text and figured out how to look at outside resources to help you figure out what exactly different words meant or phrases meant, and did a great job. Today, we're going to ask that you check out the lingo of your topic. So, what are some vocabulary words that we have heard that are significant to the topic of GMOs, or genetically modified organisms? One of them might be genetic engineering. Another might be the word genes, not like the ones you wear, but the ones that your body is made up of. Herbicides, which Mrs. Sherwood learned how to say yesterday. Resistant, splicing, pesticides, frankenfoods, organisms, trait, and DNA. All of these words were vocabulary that has been consistent in all of the GMO articles that we've read. And GMO is obviously in there along with protesters. This is your teaching point. We would like you to put this into your notebook. So if you need to pause the video so that you have enough time to write it down, go ahead and do so. It's not like in a live situation where you have to wait for us to move on. You can take as long as you need to write down the topic. Nonfiction readers work to know the vocabulary of their topic, since the vocabulary is intricately linked to the key concepts in the text. One way to do this is by sorting and resorting the words of your topic and then talk about the words in different ways. To really know a topic well, you must have mastery of the vocabulary surrounding the topic. If you don't know what Thank you, Maddie. If you don't know what's going on in your article, then you will probably have to learn what the words that you're looking up mean. So how can I sort our genetically modified organism words? One way we can sort is words that have to do directly with genetically engineering or something of this sort. So genetically engineering obviously has to do with it. Genes has to do with it. Trait has to do with it. Organisms have to do with it. Splicing, resistant, GMOs, and DNA. All of these words are science words, and that's why it makes sense that it would go directly with genetically engineering. The next way I can sort my GMO words are protesters, and these all have disagreements around GMOs. So protesters, frankenfoods, which is kind of like a weird way of saying like a Frankenstein made up food. Pesticides, which is something that is chemically bad for food or for you. Herbicides, and etc. So do you notice the two differences of how we went ahead and grouped genetically modified words versus words that go against genetically modified organisms? Comment below on how this makes sense to you, or if you still have questions. Here are some other ways to sort your vocabulary. You can make a chart like this one. So you can do unfamiliar words. You can talk about having, here for Miss Moser, she loves the pointer. According to the central idea, which you've done a lot of work with, we can see that this is kind of like a web. We can talk about positive and negative words. We can do chronological, which means in order of when it started. We can do subtopic, which a lot of you have already done, organizing your information in subtopics, but now it might be helpful to organize the vocabulary in subtopics. And finally, parts of speech, which means like nouns, describing words or adjectives, or verbs. So if you don't know what those are, maybe it would be a good idea to start practicing this, because you'll need to know what a noun is. In case you forgot what a noun is a person, place, or thing. A describing word is an adjective, so it describes what a noun does or is. And finally, a verb is something that you are doing. It's an action. So in order to practice this, we want you to add the words positive, negative, and neutral to the top of your page. We want you to sort out the words in these categories: positive, negative, or neutral. Then describe why you put each word in that category. Make sure you use the word when you're talking about it. Ways to sort it, again, are over here. And here are the words. So you're going to organize these in 3 different categories: positive, negative, or neutral. Hopefully you've done a good job of doing that. Now you're going to go ahead and add to your anchor chart. To research a new topic, become an expert on the topic's lingos. Okay, so that's the biggest part of today. You have to be an expert on the vocabulary or the lingo. And then finally, your plan for today. You're going to make a list of important vocabulary from your topic. As you read, add to the list. After reading another article, you will have a chance to sort your words. Choose an article to read, summarize, and synthesize. Don't forget to find outside sources for tricky parts. And keep an eye out for important vocabulary and make note of it and begin to sort your own vocabulary. Show me your vocab work on both GMOs and your topic. Post your work in your assignment in Google Classroom. You may choose, when you're done with that, you may then choose any topic to write 1 page on for today. And I want you to complete 30 minutes of independent reading. If you have any questions at all, please post them in Google Classroom. You can also post a video of yourself in the assignment part, talking about all the GMO stuff, and because some of you are having a hard time writing about it, so if you want to post a video about it, you're more than welcome to do so. Make sure it's linked into your assignment tab for today. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great day.